All right, Mick, give us the background here, okay?
So last time I was on the podcast that many have seen, I was with
Can you scoot into the table a little bit?
It's kind of hard between these
Or
two.
do you want to just hold the mic? You can hold the mic.
I can.
Just get close to it. Get close to it.
Okay, so last time I was on here, I was with Keely Rose, who is an OnlyFans girl. And she basically, after 6 years of living together and being together every day, she left me for another guy. And she's currently in Melbourne, Australia with this other guy. And it kind of came abruptly out of nowhere for me a few months ago. And I was very heartbroken about it, but now I'm here ready to discuss it and show that I am okay and I will survive.
You guys were married, right?
Were you guys married?
We were engaged. And
right.
For a few years we were engaged, and I definitely was committed to her and definitely loved her and wanted to be in a monogamous relationship with her, and was monogamous during that period. Even though she was doing things with other guys for money, I always figured that at least, even if it was for money, at least she still loved me, and it was just sex. It wasn't love, and it wasn't making love, and she would come back to me, and that would be love. Now I'm definitely shocked by it. You don't expect your spouse to leave you for another man. But, stranger things have happened in this world, and so I'm not alone. I'm sure there's many guys in my boat, but I'm all right because I still have my dog, and we go hiking and do things together, so at least I'm not alone. And I purchased my first property for investment, so I do have cash flow that's going to be coming in soon, so I don't need her money anyway. And I'm purchasing a house in North Carolina. It'll feel pretty empty, up in the mountains there without her, because I was going to buy it with the intention of her being with me, but now it's just going to be my little buddy and I, and I'm going to build a recording studio in it and go hiking and hopefully meet someone new. So that's that's kind of what my deal is.
Nick, are you able to? Can you pull up? No. Can you pull up Dating Talk 65? That's the episode that Mick was on with Keely. We don't really need to watch anything, but we'll just show, because Mick was previously on with his then fiancée, girlfriend. Just for context for people, they appeared together. Keely, at the time, and I believe still currently, she was a stripper, correct?
Well, she started as a stripper for a few years, and then when lockdowns happened, she wasn't able to make any money, so she went to being a porn star, and then from being a porn star to doing OnlyFans. When she was on here, she hadn't done porn in like a year anyway, so it was like just OnlyFans that we were basically living off of, and then my income too.
But was she was doing scenes on OnlyFans with other men, is that correct, if I recall?
No, not necessarily, unless it was like a sugar daddy that was giving her money, and then they would film content or something around it if there was, and then she but no, it was mostly just pictures of her and stuff,
Just one sec. So while you were with her, she was sleeping with other men, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you feel like, if I recall the conversations that we were having about that, you said you were okay with it, but it occurred to me that you felt to some degree pressured by her to accept the situation?
I think at first I was like really disturbed by it and didn't want it. Then I started to get more used to it and become numb to the fact that was what was going on. But then as time went on, it was like we're gonna have a home together. I want to have kids. I want to have
Wait, is this what you're saying, or is this what
this
she's
is what
saying?
I was saying to her, you know.
Okay,
like,
I see.
I want a committed relationship. I want to love you and cherish you as my wife. I don't want you sleeping around anymore. Like that started to sink in more as I was getting older. Like when we met, I was like 20, 21, but now I'm 27, almost 28, and a lot can happen in those few years. So it's like I've matured now to where, like, you know, before I was young and naive, and now I'm like a man who wants to have a full-time job, a committed wife and kids, and raise them and have a home and pay a mortgage and do all those adult stuff that I didn't want to do previously, you know, when we first met. So it's a very different mindset. So I think we kind of went further and further apart because I wanted to be essentially a normal middle-aged adult in America.
Grid One
Hold on just a
Motorsports
sec.
donated $100. Mick, you dodged the bullet there. Don't be a simp, be a pimp and move on to a woman that is not a 304 cum dumpster. Maybe get TF out of CA, take some testosterone, hit the gym. Your future children will thank you.
I hit the gym every day, actually, right down the road here. But yeah, I agree with you. I did dodge a bullet. It could have ended worse. But you know, the thing is that she wants to continue to, you know, sleep around, meet other guys. She wants to party and drink and smoke, and I don't drink at all. I don't party at all. I don't smoke at all. I don't do any of that stuff. I love socializing. I love meeting new people, but I'm not into partying and all that stuff. And that's what she really wants to do. And I think she's almost become like an alcoholic because she can't handle. I've done a lot of research into psychology, and I believe she's a malignant narcissist. And her coping mechanism for her anxiety and for her narcissism is to sleep with men, smoke weed, you know, and drink alcohol to cope with that, because it's like almost like a mental disorder that she has to cope with to deal with all the stress and anxiety that comes with being a narcissist. And if you don't know what a malignant narcissist is, just Google it. But
so
that's just
how recently did you guys officially split or break up?
So she flew out about a week ago to Melbourne, Australia. So that was like officially the it's over kind of deal for me. But we were keeping in touch for the past few months, and she was lying to me about it. She was kind of manipulating me and like telling me that she still loved me and she still wanted to be with me, because I think she couldn't deal with the with me leaving her and being apart from her. So that was a very big stress for her. But I think but basically, like, I went out and saw, we were spending time together and everything, and she would like completely ignore me and start talking to this other guy, and I'm like thinking something's up. And then she started acting like I'm just not even there, like spending 99% of the time with this other person. Like, she's like, no, I'm here. But you know when someone's there in the room with you but not present and not looking you in the eyes and talking to you? That's essentially what was happening for like a month. And she was falling asleep in another bed away from me, and video chatting with this other guy. And I'm thinking, this is just wrong. Do you love me anymore? She's like, you don't have to get upset about it. And she's kind of gaslighting me too, being like, well, you can sort of be with, you can still be with me and I can be with him and we can be in an open relationship. And I'm like, I don't want an open relationship. I want you. And you're trying to be with this other guy, and I don't understand why you think this is okay.
So, and how long has this been going on?
For the past few months.
But you said just a week ago.
She finally left.
When's the last time you saw her?
About a month ago now.
Oh, a month ago. So you guys had kind of been split, but she flew to Australia. And
I had a lot of her things. I had to give her some of her stuff and everything. She basically was living in, away from me. So it was like I, was giving her back some of her things, and she, and I were still like, I was taking her out to eat and talking and asking how she was doing and stuff, But she just started treating me so shitty for no reason. Like I'm just like, it's like I'm not even being mean. It wasn't like I was abusive or a drug addict or something. I was just literally like, can we talk and have just normal discussion? But she couldn't even talk. Her attention span right now is like a goldfish. Last time you guys saw her, she's a completely different person.
Let's actually just really quick pull up the episode for context. Here, get rid of the super chat though. Like move it to a different timestamp, so we can see. Not me. Like so, Mick. Yep. Okay, so there's you, Mick. When was that? That was like 6 months ago or something. There's Keely.
The redhead?
With the red hair. Okay, and you guys came on the podcast, and you kind of talked about your guys' relationship and kind of what you've already said. You know, she does OF. She's got sugar daddies. She used to be a dancer, but she still kind of danced a little bit, was my understanding.
Not as much at the strip clubs, but she did it if we needed money or something, yeah.
Okay, and so she's now moved to Australia to date some dude in Australia?
Yeah, this guy looks like a crackhead too, so.
How did she meet him?
Online, through like live streaming and stuff. It was just Meet Me.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't, it was just, but she did live streaming when I met her. That was how we met, was on live stream. But she just was doing live streaming again for like fun. And then she totally, I think in her mind, she was using me to get out of Vegas because she didn't want to be there, and almost like I'm this person and I'm comfortable because we've been together for so many years now, and it was like this comfort, but she didn't really care or love me, and I cared and loved her. And so what I think happened is she basically...
Hold on just a
Modest
second.
Hikima donated $100. Brian, please keep calling for solidarity of men against paying for low quality content like off. Mix sounds like you're living it up. Lucky no marriage, no alimony, keep your assets. I got off easy too of a similar situation. #blessed.
Yeah, I definitely, I mean, you guys
Thank you for the
definitely
chat, man.
in the
Appreciate
chat
it.
tried to warn me, and I definitely had some hesitation on.
We tried.
Yes. So, but I definitely I got lucky because I never actually got married and I got to keep all my assets and everything, and didn't like have to pay child support or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I am lucky in that situation.
Have you had a rebound yet? Are you ready? Do you think you're ready for a rebound?
I went on one date a bit ago, like a few weeks ago, with a girl, but she kind of ghosted me since our date, so I don't know, but that's it. So no, but I would be happy to, if any girls out there want to message me, I would be happy to respond.
Would you date another OnlyFans girl? You're like, no.
I would consider it if she's really great, but
I'd be traumatized.
But
after that.
I think it would probably be best if like I just hooked up with an OnlyFans girl and not tried to get in a committed, loving relationship with an OnlyFans girl. However, if she's really nice and she's still committed to me, I would be okay if she had an OnlyFans. However, I probably should be looking for something else,
With your past experience, would you recommend to other men that they don't date girls that do OnlyFans?
I would suggest you date someone who makes you happy and who's going to love you for who you are, and probably don't date a narcissist unless you are a narcissist yourself.
Do you think that... Oh, sorry. Keep
because of the self-centered nature of a narcissist is just they're not going to truly love you, and only narcissists can love other narcissists. I feel like.
What was her narcissistic red flags?
There's a lot. Every single behavioral trait. If you just read down what a malignant narcissist is, Keely fits the description for every single one. And I still love and care about her. Like I'm not hateful in my heart for her at all, but she does have issues with it. A lot of it stems from insecurity about herself. So there's insecurity. The narcissism is needing constant attention, not feeling that you're self-worth. So constantly trying to act out to feel that you deserve that self-worth. doing things like partying and stuff so that you get more attention, trying to sleep around with a lot of other guys. That's traits that a lot of female narcissists will have. Actually, it's almost like her behavior was almost like masculine behavior. Like, it's usually women that want to be more committed and, and have a family and all that,
You had something. Go ahead.
Yeah, so a couple things. I don't think we should throw the term narcissist around because that gets thrown out a lot towards men and sometimes women in relationships, and typically they're not narcissistic. They're just shitty people. She sounds like she was just a shitty person, but also
you're not privy to the details, full details.
No, I'm
of
not
his
saying
relationship.
I would say
privy,
her
but-
psychology, like if I were to talk to a psychologist, they would say she exhibits all the traits of a malignant narcissist.
But from your viewpoint, she sounds terrible, so I'm not trying to justify her at all.
What does it matter if she's a narcissist or not? But what's the point you're trying to make?
It's just weird. Everybody
And she
throws
had
around
many
narcissist.
No,
We
hold on.
had-
Stop. Hold on. Go ahead.
So mental illness, everybody throws around mental illness with everyone constantly. This person's bipolar, this person's this. People are just
Is
shitty.
this just a
No,
moment
it's-
for you to virtue signal about
I'm not
this?
trying to virtue signal. It's just weird when people constantly throw out mental illnesses.
But do you think nobody's capable of being a narcissist? What
no,
if she
there's
actually
definitely
is?
narcissist. She could definitely be narcissist.
So what is your quarrel with him calling her a narcissist?
Scratch that then.
I'm
No,
I'm
I mean,
equating
defend
it
your
to-
position, but-
I'm equating it to her. Narcissism is a coping mechanism for people that have had rough childhoods, like 90-something% of the time. That's what it is. Yeah. So she had a rough childhood. Her mom died young and stuff. She had all these things and issues and insecurities. In her mind, when she's developing as a child, that's where it created the narcissistic personality. So everybody has different personalities. Narcissism creates a certain personality path that someone lives by.
Hold on.
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $100. Mick, dude, just know don't do it. Reddy's over there sizing up your wallet. Just know you just got your balls back. Learn from the experience and move on. Say no to OF304s. Find a nice church. Live a purposeful life.
I don't have enough money, but
Thank you, man.
Can I ask
Thank
you
What was your
another
second
question?
thing? What was your go ahead.
I was just wondering, how did the beginning of the relationship start out, and did you notice certain changes before it ended, or was it were you kind of blindsided?
When I met her, she was this sweet, shy girl that worked at Subway that used to bring the subs out for the homeless and stuff. When I met her, she was a completely different, sweet girl, and she was just very insecure and shy. But when I let her, and that probably is a regret for me now, but when I let her go from working at a grocery store to stripping, that's when she very much changed. It helped her with some confidence, but it made her bring out even more of those narcissistic tendencies that she had before.
How long had you guys been dating before she became a stripper?
We lived in Tahoe for a while, so I believe it was I want to say 7 months.
I mean, look, truthfully, Mick, she obviously if she cheated on you, if she wasn't treating you well, that's on her. However, the moment your girlfriend came to you and said, I want to become a stripper, that's an insta-fucking breakup for me and for any self-respecting dude. You should have dumped her that moment. You should have dumped her immediately.
Yeah, in hindsight, I should have said, no, don't do it.
But that should have, at the very least, been a pretty big red flag for you.
Should have, yes.
And
There was a lot of red
have,
flags.
It should have either been an insta breakup or it doesn't necessarily have to be an insta breakup, but that's a position where you're gonna say, babe, I love you. If we're gonna stick together, you're not doing that.
Was you afraid if he said no, she would break up with you?
I was.
Or were you actually down for that? Were you actually okay with that?
I wasn't at first. I told her no at first, and let's wait and see if we can make some more money. And
she kept pushing it?
And then she kept pushing it like we're gonna go broke. We need money, you know. And so
Yeah.
let me go make money, you know.
So
for us.
Mick, this is welcome to the red pill. This is your red pill moment. This is the defining moment that will make or break you. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm just trying to give you some feedback here. I think you were Keely's to some degree, at least when she started getting involved in some of the sex work. You were her placeholder boyfriend. So a lot of these girls especially who do sex work, they need a guy to fill that emotional abyss that is caused by doing sex work. So you're going to be their comfort. You're safe. You're comfortable. Mm-hmm. Most men are not going to be cool with their girlfriend being on the internet, naked, nude,
Right.
fucking other dudes. So
Well, and she needed me to take care of her too. I mean, she couldn't drive. She never went to the grocery store. She never paid any bills. She didn't know how to, even pay the cell phone bill. She couldn't talk to people because of her anxiety and insecurities. So I had to handle all the adult stuff and drive her to where she needed to go. And so I was that comfort and that thing that she could rely on to do everything for her. And stupid me, I did everything for her, and then let her, keep doing it. But I took the money and managed the finances. So I felt like I did get something out of it, but at what cost? I did lose, a little self-respect in myself, and then, and then a little bit of, I lost, the woman I love. So it's like,
Did she actually have that bout of anxiety, or was she lazy?
a little bit of both, yeah. And a lot of narcissists are very lazy, yes, because they don't want to do much, unless they're a psychopath.
So yeah, I mean, Mick, I'm as your father, I am hereby banning you from dating any other sex workers. No strippers, no OnlyFans girls, no girls who send out feet pics. Nothing, dude. No more. Like, you're done, Mick. You cannot date these girls anymore. I'm sorry, dude. Go find yourself a girl who studies STEM or something.
I like smart girls.
There you go. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But
You're a nice, smart girl.
who doesn't do OnlyFans?
Well, if she takes feet pics, it's not that big.
No.
These are not that bad.
Backtrack.
Mick,
I'm being
Modest
facetious.
Hikima donated $100. Based.
Mick,
Face.
nothing. Zilch, zero, nothing. Well, sorry to hear about that situation. You know what could be interesting if you're down and Keely's down, would be to hear the other side of the story, get you both on the show. We'll do a dedicated episode, and we'll just have you guys on the show, just you two. So
If
if she's down.
If she comes back on, I mean, I don't know if she's going to, because she doesn't know what she's
Loose
even
Pussy
doing.
Energy donated $99. Even Stevie Wonder saw it coming. Never commit to 304s and never simp. Have some balls to dip on these hoes. I'm cringing. Grow a fucking bear. Hashtag fuck 'em.
That's
What is
from
304?
it's an area code.
Miami.
Area code. Definitely an area code. Yo, LPE, thank you, man. Appreciate it. I want to see hashtag free Mick in the chat.
That was big last time, yeah.
Hashtag free Mick.
Hashtag McFreed.
Hashtag, or maybe hashtag
McFreed.
you're free. Free at last. Free at last. Here,
Yes,
say it.
I am free.
No,
I'm
say free at last. Free at last.
free at last. Free at last. Yeah.
Do the rest of the monologue.
Oh.
Do you know the rest of the monologue?
No.
Free at last. Martin
Free-
Luther King Jr.
Oh no, I don't.
This
I'm
guy,
not-
this
I'm
guy,
not familiar
okay.
with that. No.
Should.
Thank you.
Can I add a controversial
sure.
topic to that? Okay, so it's apparent that it's kind of like what he's into, right? Like it seems like he kind of,
What's he into?
I don't know, like he said, well, not even if she's on Feet Finder, like that kind of tells me that he's kind of like into that world a little bit.
I don't think so. Wait, feet? You're into feet?
He was brainwashed.
No,
Well, just
no,
into
I have
any,
no
any
foot
sort
fetish.
of
I was
like
being
sex
facetious.
worker type of like atmosphere. So my family members own a strip club. So I grew up like doing my math homework next to strippers. And, some of them are exactly what he's explaining. They have narcissistic tendencies. They have, all sorts of issues stemming from their childhood. But there's also ones who have husbands who they go to work and they go home and their husbands are okay with it. And I really
That's a big L. That's a big L for the husbands.
it is. But if that's that person's choice, then at least look out for the red flags. Like he was explaining, she doesn't drive, she has anxiety to do this. So what else is this person like offering or bringing to the table?
Yeah.
If that is what your choice is to choose someone in that field,
Yeah.
I wouldn't just say don't date anyone like that, because there's shitty people everywhere and there's good people
Yeah.
That's
everywhere.
so true. Like I really.
But I mean,
like,
that's
agree
kind
with
of like
that.
the risk you have to take when you're getting into a relationship with someone that does work in the sex industry. They have such a big audience; they can easily cheat on you no matter what.
You don't
because of
think
how many
anyone can
people-
easily cheat on you no matter what?
Actually,
because
I
there's
mean,
like
yeah, but
hardcore Christians
people
that
like-
are doing way worse than
People
what some
like
of the
those
strippers
have
are
a
doing.
bigger
so.
audience, more options, and more opportunities to be
Yeah.
able to cheat on their
There's a
significant other.
statistic that says that people in medical field cheat the most. Literally number one.
I hear that.
Yeah, firefighters.
That's true.
I hear that.
And
yeah,
like I
about
think
a bunch
that
of different.
OnlyFans creators, yeah, there's probably some bad people in there, but everyone I've met through OnlyFans have been the most genuine, like hardworking people. They're good parents. They're good girlfriends.
Raven DT donated $100. Mick, learn to recognize enabling behaviors in yourself, because that's what allows people to take advantage of you. Learn about healthy boundaries. Be willing to walk away if she won't respect them. Talk to a therapist to help guide you. #free Mick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that's
Thank
the
you.
answer
That's a
right there.
good
Not
one.
necessarily avoiding someone in any certain line of work, because
Yeah.
that can be anywhere.
Set boundaries.
Taken
Yeah, and,
precaution.
and she stripped with some girls that were like just trying to put themselves through medical school, and they were just very normal outside of the
Yeah.
strip club. So it's not just
It doesn't. Mick,
one
Mick.
thing, you know?
Hold on. My dude, there are a lot of fish in the sea. You need not date one of the fish that does sex work, my dude.
Yes.
You don't like it. You gotta understand, man. Like, it's just an immediate L to be dating that
No,
kind of girl.
I get it. Yeah.
It's immediate L. I don't care how nice she
it's
is.
definitely a red flag. Yes.
It's a done deal.
Yeah.
If I was
They're good. They're good for hookups, but they're not necessarily.
no, they're not even good for
someone-
hookups.
They're not even
not
good for hookups.
in my at least in my view, not even good for hookups.
Really?
I don't want anything
Well,
with a girl who does sex work.
oh,
no
you don't
offense,
want
ladies.
anything. No.
No offense,
Well,
ladies.
well, I would say, yeah. I mean, definitely, if you're looking for someone you love and want to be committed to, you probably should look for someone in a different industry.
I told
but-
you he's into it.
But
Is he into it?
He's into like something.
no,
in
I'm
there.
not.
I don't think so.
I swear,
No, he's like, not even the
just-
feet,
I-
like, no.
I like.
Why
just-
don't you want to let go of that?
Like,
No, I'm just saying that they're not all bad people. Okay.
Yes, that's what I was
Bad
saying. too.
person or
Yeah,
good
that's what I was
partner,
saying
you know?
too, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they might not necessarily be a good partner, but maybe a friend. You know.
Mick?
Okay, you lost me there.
Wait, question, Mick. If Keely came back right now and was like, I want to get back together, would you get back with her?
That's what she wants, but that's not happening.
Okay,
job.
good.
Because,
Let's go.
Because she told me,
steps.
she's like, you'll stick around for me. I can go bang this other guy in Australia right now, and then if things don't work out with him, you can just come back to me. It's better than being single and stuff. And I'm like, no, actually,
That's terrible.
you're treating me
She's
so
trying to
shitty, and
gaslight you.
like nobody wants to be second fiddle. I mean, do you ladies think that that's okay for her
No.
to act
She
like?
deserves to be
No.
single.
Like,
If it was-
if she breaks up with him and things don't work out with him in a year, and I take her back, I'm a sucker, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Never
If
go
roles
back.
were reversed,
Never,
I would
ever,
never let a guy
ever,
treat me
ever.
like that.
yeah.
So
Here,
yeah.
let's move. We'll move on, but
And that's part of her delusions that she has, that she really thinks that I will be like I can be manipulated that far,
into the table.
that I can be manipulated to just come back with her, you know, like that. It's just
Mick?
it's crazy.
What a shame.
don't get back with her. Don't get back with her, Mick. Yo,
Well,
Raven
don't do
DT.
it.
They're not bad people that just make really bad decisions. What good is hooking up with an OF 304 if 6 months later your peen falls off? That is true.
Well,
Most people in the
don't
industry
put dynamite around it, you know.
are really good about their health. Like really.
Are they?
Yeah. No,
Should
no,
we-
I'm serious.
Where's Jay Butler? Jay Butler fucking starts
Who's Jay
dropping
Butler?
chats because we're going there. Well, in what industry are you referring
Yeah.
to? Hold on. We'll
Kitchen
get to that in a
donated
sec.
$100. Yo, Mick, put on a flannel like Brian and
I got
you
it.
will
Hold on, I'm gonna get him a
immediately
fucking
grow and pair
flannel.
and probably get laid too. #free Mick.
When I'm hiking around the mountains and stuff in like North Carolina, I usually will be wearing a flannel.
Yeah.
I used to do forestry firefighting, and I would wear that sometimes.
Be cold up there.
It is. It's cold up in the mountains. It's gonna be a cold winter, for sure.
What is your biggest takeaway from this breakup that you've been going through?
I think when we first met, I was more young and naive, so I was like just willing to get with whoever was the first cute girl that would talk to me. And now I'm like,
You're gonna be smart now.
now I'm like willing to be a little more patient and stuff, especially because I'm older and not as horny as I was when I was a young man.
Forget settling.
You know, so I'm not gonna settle. I'm gonna find someone that's perfect for me. And that doesn't mean I can't talk to you and we can't get to know each other, but if I don't think it's gonna work out, I'll just be like, hey, it's not gonna work out, you know?
It's beautiful.
Put it on. All right, Mick's joining. I also have a 7 lapel here. 7 lapel pin for you to wear.
Okay. Now we're matching,
Maybe,
right?
Maybe you'll have to earn it by the end of the show. All right, Mick's putting on the purple flannel. There you have it, folks. Okay. Let's pull up the Twitch really quick.